Usyk's a favourite in a rematch, but Tyson Fury can definitely win that fight. You know, a lot depends on physically what that fight took out of both men. Like Usyk was exhausted after that fight, and Fury took a lot of punishment in the 9th round as well. So, very good fight, very competitive fight, one that both men can win. But I think following the first fight, just slightly favour Oleksandr Usyk in that rematch.
As the highly anticipated Usyk versus Fury rematch draws closer, many boxing professionals have shared their thoughts on who they believe will come out on top. Hearn, one of the most prominent voices in the sport, leaned slightly towards Usyk, citing his confidence and skills as major factors. Hearn explained that while Fury's size and resilience are formidable, Usyk's confidence has likely soared after observing Fury's last performance. Hearn further elaborated on why he sees Usyk as the slight favorite in the rematch. He admitted that he has always leaned towards Usyk in this matchup, though only by a narrow margin. Hearn highlighted Usyk's lack of knockout power, suggesting it could play in Fury's favor by removing the threat of a sudden finish. However, he also pointed out the uncertainty surrounding Fury's mental state after the previous fight, noting that his confidence might be shaken. He stated, "I always favored Usyk and Fury in that fight." "Oh, you did?" "But I did, but only marginally. But look, Usyk's not a big puncher, so I think that's good news for Fury. But you don't know what this is going to do to his confidence. He might come back stronger. I mean, he's proved me wrong before." Hearn also emphasized the psychological advantage Usyk might hold going into the rematch. He suggested that witnessing Fury's performance firsthand from ringside could have significantly boosted Usyk's confidence. According to Hearn, Usyk may now believe he has the blueprint to defeat Fury, which could give him an edge in their next encounter. Hearn continued, "I think Usyk's confidence after Saturday will go through the roof. Sitting there watching that ringside, he will just be thinking, I've got the absolute beating of you. And I think Usyk probably starts up as a slight favorite." Hearn's remarks aren't the only ones fueling the conversation. Frank Warren, Tyson Fury's promoter, stands firmly in his fighter's corner, expressing absolute confidence in Fury's ability to triumph in the rematch. Warren has repeatedly highlighted Fury's resilience, skill, and size advantage, stating that when Fury is focused and at his best, no heavyweight in the world can match him.
Well, it's one we'd all like to have seen, wouldn't we? Who knows? We don't know. But, you know, before all that can happen, we've got to see what happens on the 21st of December. And the Riyadh season, you know, we get another great card, great fight, and we'll see how those two guys come through it. For me, I genuinely do believe that it's going to be I think it's going to be a bit, I do believe Tyson will win the fight. Of course, I'd say that because I'm in his corner, but I do believe he'll win the fight.
Meanwhile, Dmitry Bivol also offered his perspective on the rematch, presenting a more nuanced take on the potential outcome. Bivol acknowledged that both Usyk and Fury are elite fighters operating at the highest level of boxing. He emphasized that the result could depend on many unpredictable factors, such as their mindset on fight day, their mental preparation during the final week, and even simple things like how they feel or what they eat before stepping into the ring. His comment highlighted how even the smallest variables could tilt the balance in a fight of this magnitude. He stated, "No, Usyk could beat him, of course. You know, these fighters are so high-level fighters, and, who's better? It depends, I think, on how they will wake up, what they will eat before the fight, what they will think about last week, you know, how they are mentally prepared." He further continued and stated that when it comes to skills, Bivol leaned slightly towards Usyk, praising his technical abilities as being sharper than Fury's. However, he pointed out Fury's significant advantages, such as his size and powerful punch, which he uses masterfully against opponents. While Bivol admitted he couldn't predict the winner, he expressed excitement for the fight, calling it a must-watch event for fans of the sport. His balanced perspective adds further intrigue to an already captivating rematch.
What about the skills? I think Usyk has a little bit better skills than Fury, but Fury has big punch, he knows how to use his size against fighters. It's a very interesting fight for me. I will watch, of course.
Bivol also highlighted the physical and tactical dynamics that could play a pivotal role in the rematch. He pointed out Tyson Fury's ability to use his size and strength effectively, particularly in the clinch, which could make things much harder for Usyk. However, Bivol also noted Usyk's exceptional physical conditioning, suggesting that Fury should not underestimate the Ukrainian's ability to counteract such tactics. The unpredictability of how Usyk might prepare to handle Fury's physicality adds yet another another layer of intrigue to this already fascinating matchup. He stated, "You can lean on you're in the clinch. Of course, it's harder. Usyk has good physical conditioning, and Tyson should know it. Maybe he will use his size. Yeah, we will see. Maybe Usyk will be ready for this. We don't know. It's a very good fight about the tactic, about the technique, and an undisputed fight." His remarks underline the strategic battle expected in the ring. With Fury's physical dominance and Usyk's superior conditioning and adaptability, the rematch could hinge on how well each fighter executes their game plan. As Bivol said, the fight is not just about brute strength or skill, but also about strategy and technique, making it an undisputed clash of boxing's finest. Bivol expressed that he doesn't have a preference for who wins the fight. His main desire is simply to witness an exceptional bout. He's not cheering for either fighter specifically, but is eager to see a display of high-level boxing from both. Bivol appreciates the opportunity to observe top-tier athletes in action, often gleaning insights and techniques that he can incorporate into his own training and future fights.
I don't care who will win, to be honest. I just want to see good fight. Last times I'm not cheering for someone. I'm just cheering for good fight. You know, in some fights you see something which you could use in the future from one guy and from another guy. Doesn't matter who will win for me. They are not my friends, but they are good fighters, and sometimes I watch their fights.
Building on the anticipation, renowned commentator Joe Rogan also weighed in on the matchup, praising Oleksandr Usyk for his exceptional talent and unique style. Rogan highlighted Usyk's smaller stature compared to other heavyweights, yet noted how his constant movement and extraordinary footwork set him apart from anyone else in the division.
Man, that's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight too. He's non-stop movement, and his footwork and everything, it's so different than anybody else.
Adding to the discussion, Bernard Hopkins shared his thoughts on the Usyk versus Fury rematch, bringing his unique perspective as a legendary fighter. Hopkins acknowledged Fury's incredible resilience and ability to overcome adversity in the ring. He praised Fury's toughness, referencing moments in past fights where Fury appeared outmatched but bounced back in spectacular fashion. Hopkins highlighted Fury's exceptional fighting spirit, describing him as a fighter who can never truly be counted out. He stated, "Well, it's all depend on Fury too, how great a shape he in. And because, the guy has done some great things in boxing. He get creamed and he looked dead and he jumps up and turns about and almost wins that round. I'm like, so he's a good fighter, a very good fighter." Hopkins also turned his focus to Usyk, expressing admiration for his journey and accomplishments. He recalled meeting Usyk early in his career when the Ukrainian predicted his own success in both the cruiserweight and heavyweight divisions. Hopkins described Usyk as a man of his word, someone who not only envisions greatness, but follows through with determination and skill. He commended Usyk's technical abilities, describing him as one of the most skilled and focused fighters in the sport. He stated, "And Usyk, Usyk is amazing. Because, I met him early when he told me himself that he was going to do exactly what I'd done. He said, I'm going to win the cruiserweight, then I'm going to go to heavyweight, and he's been doing that." Hopkins further reflected on what makes this fight so special. He pointed out that both Fury and Usyk bring different but equally important qualities to the table. Fury's resilience and power versus Usyk's skill and determination. Hopkins expressed excitement for the clash, predicting a highly entertaining and competitive fight. His commentary further underscores the unique appeal of this matchup, with two of boxing's best fighters going head-to-head. He stated, "And so, I think that he's one of the guys that, when it comes down to boxing skills, he's very skillful and he's very determined. And so, it's going to be a great fight." Bernard Hopkins continued to analyze the rematch, drawing comparisons between Usyk's fighting style and his own during his career. He emphasized Usyk's faster hand speed and agility, describing these traits as significant advantages in the heavyweight division. Hopkins noted that a fighter with quick hands who can take a punch and deliver one effectively has a distinct edge over slower opponents. Usyk's ability to combine speed, movement, and precision makes him a formidable challenge for anyone, including Tyson Fury.
And he reminds me of a bunny rabbit because he moves so well and nobody can catch him. And then I look at Tyson Fury, he's like a giraffe. So it's like I see them like two animals fighting each other, but who's gonna win?
Hopkins also addressed Tyson Fury's punching power, offering a nuanced perspective. While he acknowledged Fury's ability to stop opponents, he pointed out that Fury isn't known for delivering devastating one-punch knockouts. This contrasts with other heavyweights who rely on sheer power to dominate. Hopkins highlighted how Fury's success often comes from his technique and ability to wear opponents down over time rather than landing a single decisive blow. He stated, "But you know, Tyson Fury, I never seen him knock somebody out with big shots like this. So because he's not a big puncher, but I can't say not a big puncher because he does knock people out, but like a one punch, that's yeah. Hopkins continued and brought the focus back to Usyk, praising his smaller size, quickness, and exceptional skill. He warned that facing Usyk requires peak physical conditioning, as his relentless pace can overwhelm unprepared opponents. Hopkins suggested that if Fury isn't in top shape, Usyk's speed and stamina could cause significant problems. This assessment adds another layer of complexity to the rematch, underscoring the challenges Fury might face. He stated, "So you know, it's the arts in Usyk's hands. Usyk is smaller and quicker and very skillful, and, you know, if you ain't in great shape with him, he would run you out of there." Bernard Hopkins wrapped up his thoughts with a balanced perspective on the rematch, refusing to pick a definitive favorite. He emphasized that the outcome ultimately depends on who performs best on the night, rather than relying solely on predictions. Hopkins highlighted the unpredictable nature of boxing, where preparation, strategy, and execution can shift the balance at any moment. His neutral stance underscores his respect for both fighters and the sport itself. He stated, I don't never favor nobody because I know it's up to the fighters to fight their fight, and who has the best fight that night is the guy who's gonna win." Hopkins noted that his determination to stay in peak shape and never give up were the key factors behind his success, a mindset he sees as critical for any fighter aiming to win a high-stakes bout like Usyk versus Fury. He stated, "The thing is that I realized that if I catch you out of shape, you're done, because I was a very skillful fighter, and I was always in shape, and, you know, I wasn't gonna quit." Mike Tyson also weighed in on the matchup with a perspective shaped by his own experiences in the ring. He highlighted the unique challenges of fighting a smaller, more agile opponent like Oleksandr Usyk. According to Tyson, Usyk's size and constant movement make him a difficult target to hit, especially for larger fighters like Fury. Tyson suggested that Fury would likely need a few rounds to adjust to Usyk's relentless footwork and elusive style. His comments underscored Usyk's intelligence, speed, and tactical approach, which could present significant obstacles for Fury in the rematch. Tyson's insight adds further depth to the narrative, pointing out the strategic adjustments Fury will need to make to succeed.
Little guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit, because they're smaller. You know, he runs a lot, he moves a lot. Tyson's probably going to have a few rounds to deal with his movements, but he's very difficult to fight. Very difficult, very smart, very fast.
Teddy Atlas provided a thorough analysis of the upcoming Usyk versus Fury rematch, discussing the different strategies available to Tyson Fury. He suggested that Fury could use his size and physicality by pressing forward and imposing his will on Usyk. However, Atlas leaned towards Fury adopting a smarter approach by staying on the outside and utilizing his significant reach advantage with his jab. He highlighted how making it difficult for Usyk to close the distance could neutralize Usyk's strengths, such as his counterpunching, footwork, and ability to set traps. He stated, "Tyson Fury has options. He's big, he can use his size by coming forward and imposing his physicality and will on Usyk. Or he could do what I think he should do, get on the outside, use his jab, and make it very difficult for Usyk to get in, put the burden on Usyk to get close enough to do what he does." Atlas also addressed the possibility of Fury targeting Usyk's body, noting that Fury's team would likely incorporate this into their strategy. He pointed out Usyk's vulnerability to body shots, as seen in previous fights, and suggested that Fury's camp would be remiss if they didn't test Usyk's endurance in this area. However, Atlas acknowledged the challenge of executing body shots effectively for a tall fighter like Fury, particularly against a counterpuncher of Usyk's caliber. He stated, "They would be irresponsible if they didn't figure out a way to go to the body and test it after what they've seen with Usyk's reactions to body punches. But it's not easy for a 6'9" guy to go to the body, though Fury's athletic enough to do it. He just needs to avoid leaving himself open to counters while doing so." Atlas also emphasized that Fury's sole focus should be on winning, not on satisfying anyone's expectations. He underscored the importance of adaptability and sticking to a game plan that gives Fury the best chance to succeed. For Atlas, the fight is not about making a statement, but about securing victory by any means necessary. He stated, "The only thing Fury should worry about is winning, not satisfying anyone. Winning, and whatever it takes to win, is all that matters. Forget about chasing knockouts or proving a point. Just focus on the strategy that works." Finally, Atlas shared his prediction, slightly favoring Fury due to his reach and improved preparation following his last lackluster performance. However, he praised Usyk's incredible ability to find a way to win, no matter the odds, referencing his success at the Olympics, cruiserweight unification, and back-to-back wins against Anthony Joshua. Despite his preference for Fury, Atlas remained firm on his podcast prediction, stating he believes Usyk has the ability to make this a highly competitive fight and potentially emerge victorious. He stated, "I would favor Fury a little with that reach, but Usyk's greatest ability is his ability to win. He's done it at every stage of his career, and I'm sticking with my pick. It's going to be a very difficult fight." Robert Garcia offered a detailed perspective on the challenges of defeating Oleksandr Usyk, describing him as an incredibly difficult opponent. He compared Usyk's style to that of a prime Mike Tyson, noting that Tyson's aggressive, pressure-heavy approach might be the kind of strategy needed to beat Usyk. However, Garcia acknowledged that no heavyweight currently fights with that style, which makes Usyk even harder to overcome. He suggested that while there are promising young fighters in the division, they may still lack the experience to challenge Usyk effectively at this stage. He stated, "Man, Usyk is very difficult. I think if we had a fighter like the old Mike Tyson, that style is the one that would probably beat Usyk. But we don't have anybody like that right now in the heavyweight division. There are some young ones with a bright future, but it might be too soon for them." Garcia also addressed Tyson Fury's chances against Usyk, pointing out that Fury's size and ability to use his body could give him an advantage. He noted that Fury's physicality and weight might take a toll on Usyk over the course of the fight. However, Garcia didn't dismiss Usyk's chances, suggesting that his intelligence and technical skills could enable him to overcome Fury's advantages. This balance of strengths, according to Garcia, makes the fight incredibly intriguing.
Fury's too big, and he would use his body against him. So yes, but it won't be easy for Fury either. I think it's a very, very good fight. I think Usyk could pull it off actually. But Fury's size and strength and just weight might take a lot out of Usyk and give Fury the win.
Finally, Garcia concluded that this fight presents challenges for both fighters. He emphasized Usyk's versatility, describing him as smart, technical, and tricky, which will make it difficult for Fury to dominate. At the same time, Fury's physical attributes and strategic adaptability could be a significant hurdle for Usyk. Garcia highlighted the even nature of the matchup, calling it a tough and competitive fight that could go either way. He stated, "Usyk is smart, he's technical, he's tricky also, man. So it's hard both ways. I think it's a tough fight." The highly anticipated Usyk versus Fury rematch has sparked intense discussions across the boxing community, with experts and fighters sharing their thoughts on who might emerge victorious. Many professionals lean towards Tyson Fury as the likely winner, citing his unmatched size, reach, and ability to impose his physicality on opponents. Despite this, Usyk wasn't entirely counted out. Some praised his exceptional agility, sharp technical skills, and mental toughness, which could present significant challenges for Fury. These contrasting views reflect the complexity of this fight, an exciting clash between Fury's physical prowess and Usyk's strategic brilliance. The majority, however, believe Fury's resilience and size make him the slight favorite.
Fury or Usyk?
I got Fury.
Fury. Usyk.
Fury.
Usyk. Fury.
Fury.
I root for Usyk.
Fury.
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 Fury. Going with Tyson Fury.
I'm betting to Usyk.
On the fence.
Do you agree with the experts who believe Fury's reach and weight will be decisive? Which fighter's style do you prefer, and why? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tune in for more videos like this.